I just realized that I spent all of my cobble crafting these observers, and we don't have any more cobble. As you can see, I've already cleared some trees from this area, but I decided that we're gonna flatten the hill behind me, so that way we can build TangoTek's modular sugarcane farm in preparation for making a bunch of fireworks for after we beat the Ender Dragon, get Elytra, because I want to start prepping that now, so then I don't have to put in the time and wait later after I have all the fun endgame stuff. So we're gonna be endgame prepping right now, and that starts with knocking down this hill. On second thought, I don't think I'm gonna flatten this hill because I realized everything so far, like in this area behind the house, is gonna be more or less on the same level. So I think it'll actually be better if we only flatten out one more layer of this and then perhaps expand the hill to fill in this weird little wave behind me and make it kind of like a smooth terrain, kind of like one big swoop instead. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear this last top layer and then we're going to re-terraform it so it forms a more appealing hill shape instead of knocking the whole thing down. It'll be faster too. I just realized that I spent all of my cobble crafting these observers, and we don't have any more cobble. So I think I'm gonna have to take on one of my big fears in Minecraft, which is building the cobblestone generator, because as I've stated in an earlier episode, every single time I build one of these things, the surrounding area always somehow gets set on fire. So I think I'm gonna build it in the middle of the lake where the tree farm is. And hopefully that way nothing important will be caught on fire, because it'll be surrounded by water, and you can't set water on fire, at least not to my knowledge. So, let's go. Okay, so I've made myself a new diamond pickaxe, and I went up here to enchant it because I didn't want to just mine the cobblestone with a regular pickaxe with no efficiency. And, oops, it says in the table I can get efficiency 4 if I have 30 levels. But the issue is, I don't have 30 levels because I've died multiple times. So, we did find the mineshaft under the house last episode at the end, so maybe we should go looking for a spider spawner in there, because this XP thing has been kind of driving me up the wall. Let's start. Down into the depths we descend. I will fix this staircase later because I do realize they're head hitters. We'll set up our home area here. This will be our home for the next however long we spend exploring this mine shaft. Hopefully nothing spawns up here. The one thing that does concern me about clearing out this mine shaft is that it will make the mob spawns up at home a lot more treacherous at night. But honestly, I feel like that's not really too big of a deal, as long as we're careful about how we deal with that. I will scoop up these rails though, because rails are quite useful. Well, while we're here, we'll just light up this area, so then that way we can somewhat mob-proof it, or when we build a spawner to actually grind XP in. I think the coolest thing that I saw while clearing the mineshaft was that invisible spider. I didn't realize that invisible spider was an option. But anyways, now you're looking at the rebuilding of the farm because I didn't like the way it looked when it was like the calcite around it, and I didn't feel like it was going to produce enough stuff to me warrant putting in that kind of time into it. So I fiddled with the design a lot and I expanded the number of plots. So now we have, I think, 6 growing like terraces, I guess. um, but yeah, and then I designed an exterior that would fit with our like starter area, which is like the tuff and the wood. I decided to make the roof out of wood this time to see if I like the feel of it. I still have mixed feelings about it because having like the tuff at the bottom and like only at the bottom feels a little strange because there's not enough to balance it out at the top, but uh I can't be bothered to fix it in all honesty. Because we had a lot of other stuff to do, like figure out the sugarcane farm. I did have to rework the shape of the roof a couple times, but I'm really glad that I put the time in to rework it because if I left it as it was, then I would have been mad about it forever. Detailing the walls so they didn't look flat was also a challenge, but I think it's just because of my lack of experience detailing builds. Now that the farm rework is done, as you can see, our beautiful farm is way over there in the distance behind us. It's time to start the sugarcane farm. I didn't expect to try and get so much stuff done this week, so this has been like an awfully productive week. And you can just, we're not going to look at the awful cobblestone generator that I made, and instead we're going to be using TangoTek's 1.15 plus sugarcane design, or sugarcane farm design. I have all of the, oops, one day my camera will work. There we go. I do have all of the materials that I need in here. I think I'm gonna try and build. I think this is enough for 2 sections of the sugarcane modules. Let's get started on building the sugarcane farm. Yippee! We have finished constructing the 2 different modules that I wanted for the sugarcane farm, and now I want to put like a cute little house around it so it doesn't look so mechanical, so that way it kind of blends into our area that we've started with, the farm back there and then our little house over here. So let's get decorating. Alrighty, as you can see, the sun is rising behind us, so this is the first night I've tried to catch another zombie villager. We didn't get a zombie villager, but we got a bunch of baby ones that we killed, and also a bunch of zombies, so like 1, 2, 3. Did I get a 4th one? No, I think it was only the 3. But 3 zombies that are able to like hold stuff, so that way I can have a mob that doesn't just despawn because they're holding an item. Hopefully the second night we can get a friend for our friend in the boat behind us. While I wait during the day, I'm gonna start gathering materials for a spider spawner, because as you can see there's a dirt pole behind me, and that is a dirt pole that leads directly to a cave spider spawner from the mineshaft under our house, and that is where we're gonna build XP. The reason I want to get the zombie villagers is because I don't want to drag the villagers that we found from the village we found earlier in the episode, because it's really far away and I don't think I have enough rails. So I'm gonna try and catch a second zombie. We have our potion set up way back over near our old wheat farm, and that way we can get some villager breeding done, get ourselves a mending villager, and get ourselves an XP farm so we can actually mend our diamond stuff, because all of our diamond stuff is very close to breaking and I don't want to break it. So there's 2 more changes to the sugarcane farm I'd like to do before I'd consider it officially done. The first is to, again, fix the roof shape and add, like, the detailing, because I added the detailing on the front where it's, like, the chiseled bricks, and then like, the curly tough bricks, and then there's, like, I don't know what these are called, those bricks. There's the 2 different types of brick, and they change up as they get towards the top of the roof. So that way there's like the slightly darker roof at the bottom and the slightly lighter roof at the top, like we did with the house. I think. Did we do it with this house? I don't think we did it with the roof on this house. Maybe we did it just at the base, but I want to use that same principle at the base for this roof. And the second one is that we definitely need to mob-proof this roof. That roof is pretty mob-proof because there's like slabs and stairs and bright stuff like on the flat part there. And that roof is also mob-proof because, as you can see in the distance, there are torches. But on this one, there's nothing that's stopping mobs from spawning, and when I was killing mobs, like this first night, in this area, mobs would constantly like drop onto my head from this roof, so we definitely got to do something about that. Oh, I didn't realize my helmet broke while I was fighting last night. But yeah, the second night has passed, and still no zombie villager. But what we did get is, sorry, I know it's kind of far. What we did get is our chest full of stuff to build the spider spawner minus torches, which on that note, I shall go get stuff for torches. But it looks like the design is going to be pretty simple, so it's something else that we can focus on during the day today. And then hopefully in the evening, we can catch ourselves a zombie villager. Where did I put my torch stuff? Excuse me. I really need to build the barn soon because these llamas are driving me kind of mad. There we go. The video said we'll need 4 torches, so I'll grab that. And then we shall go start building the farm. So let's get down there. Alrighty, it was a little bit of a struggle to get the farm built, and I did definitely have a mini heart attack while turning the torches off because I couldn't get through this trapdoor. But that's okay, because now we have this here, and I have a spot where I can stand and hit the spiders, but the spiders can't hit me, because I found if I stand here, without the trapdoor, these guys poison me, and that's very ouchy, so let's not do that. I think that I'd like to build a water elevator of some sort in this area, so that way I can come right down here, and I also have access to the rest of the mineshaft if I need it to have it. I will have to make a new path to the rest of the mineshaft through here, because back here is just my bed, and back there past the spider spawner is where everything else is, like all the unexplored caves. But that's all. Oh, hello. A lot of spiders. But I think this is great because now we have a setup for when we get a mending villager. It'll be a lot easier to get levels than having to farm them by smelting things or having to just hope and pray that I get enough XP while slaughtering mobs at night. So this is very nice. Alrighty, so that's gonna bring us to the end of the episode. Unfortunately, it's been another couple nights and we haven't been able to get another zombie villager because I think once I said, oh, I want a zombie villager, the game was like, absolutely not. So, I've spent the past few nights trying to get a zombie villager and I have not been successful, so we're just gonna have to keep an eye out for it, which is okay. I think overall today's episode was really productive because like we rebuilt this entire farm behind me and we built the sugarcane farm way over there and I don't know if we'll be able to see it from here, but under that dirt pole we have ourselves an XP farm at last. So overall, not too shabby. It was really productive. But next week we're going to either deal with the villagers or we're going to actually build the barn for our animals. But I think I'm leaning more towards the villagers because I really want the mending books because mending is great and we have an XP farm that we can utilize now. On the bright side, if we do get villagers and we have a bunch of zombies that we can use to like scare them, because these ones are holding up the objects so they now hopefully won't despawn, I think. I'm not too familiar with the mechanics, so I have to look into it, but we'll see. So thank you so much for watching. The next episode will be out soon.